Hey everyone, I had a request from a couple kids wondering about how to find the surface area of triangular prisms here. So we're going to take a look at this. So here I have two triangular prisms, this one and this one, okay? I've labeled the dimensions, okay? When you're finding the surface area of a shape, you basically find the area of all the exposed sides, okay? So if I were to drop this triangular prism into paint, okay, pretend it was made out of wood and I dropped it into paint and I sort of pulled it out, which sides would get paint on them, okay? So the front and back are two triangles, okay? So this side here and this one at the back, those are our two triangles. And then we have three rectangles. We have this sort of side here, we have the bottom, and then we have this sort of back side here, okay? So all you have to do is find the area of the two triangles, but in this case they're the same, okay? This triangle is the same as that one, okay? Because the shape goes all the way down sort of like this. It's assumed that they are equal, even though the way I drew them, they don't really look the same, but you know, anyways. So we need to use two formulas, okay? The triangle formula, the area, to find the area of a triangle, and the area of a rectangle. Okay, so the area to find, or sorry, the formula to find the area of a triangle is the horizontal times the vertical divided by 2, okay? So the area of a triangle, in this case, the horizontal is 6 meters. The vertical, remember you have to use the perpendicular, okay, the completely vertical line. You cannot use 10, okay? To find the area of this triangle, you're going to use 6 times the completely straight up and down vertical of 8 meters, and you're going to divide it by 2, okay? But then, because we have two of them, I'm going to multiply whatever I get by 2, okay? So really quick here, I have 6 times 8, which is 48, divided by 2 is 24. And then I'm timesing it by 2. So this is redundant, but I'm just showing you kind of how it works. So I'm going to have 48 divided by 2 is 24, times 2 is 48 meters. And we're talking about area here, so this is meters squared. Okay? So that's the triangles out of the way. Now we have 3 rectangles, so we have to sort of figure out what their measurements are. Okay, so this side here is 12 times 10, okay? And this other side is also 12 times 10, this sort of back side here, 12 times 10. And then we have the bottom, which is 6 times 12, okay? So two of them are 10 by 12, and one of them is 6 by 12. So let's write that down. So we've got the area of the sides is going to be the completely vertical by the completely horizontal, so 12 times 10, okay? And I'm going to multiply that by 2 because there's 2 that are those dimensions, and we get, so 120 times 2 is 240 meters squared, okay? And then we have the bottom, okay? So the area of the bottom, I just went over, is 6 times 12, okay? And I'm not multiplying it by 2 because this bottom here there's no pair. It's not matched up with the side, or with a side that's equal to it. So 6 times 12 is 72. So let me write this down here, 72. So 72 meters squared, okay? And then just like with every other sort of surface area problem, once we've done these calculations, we're going to add up these 3 numbers, okay? So when we do that, 48 plus 240 plus 72 is 360 meters squared, okay? So our surface area of this shape is 360 meters squared. Okay, let's take a look at this other example here, okay? It's a triangular prism, okay? It's got 2 triangles that are equal, okay? The front here and the back, and then 3 rectangles, okay? So similar to this, it just looks different, but we're going to calculate it the exact same way using the different numbers, of course. So we have the triangles are, and remember there's two of them, so I'm going to go the area of a triangle is the base times the height, so the completely horizontal by the completely vertical, straight up and down, perfectly left to right here, up and down. 4 times 3 divided by 2, okay? 4 times 3 divided by 2. And because the back side is the same, I can pair it up, so I'm going to times by 2, okay? And when we do that, we get 12 divided by 2 is 6 times 2 is 12 centimeters squared, okay? Now we've got these 3 rectangles to deal with. These ones are all different. Yeah, so these are actually 3 different rectangles. So this rectangle on this side here is 5 times 2, okay? The one on the bottom is 3 times 2, okay? And the back side here is 4 times 2. So essentially we have 5 times 2, 3 times 2, and 4 times 2, okay? So those are just length times width calculations because we're just dealing with a rectangle. So the horizontal times the vertical. I'm just going to fast forward and just write the answer. So this is 5 times 2 is 10, okay? So we have 10 plus the bottom is 3 times 2, which is 6, plus this back side here, this piece here is 4 times 2, which gives us 8, okay? And when we add those up, we get 24 centimeters squared, okay? And now we're just going to add these up, and we will get a grand total of 36 centimeters squared. So that is our surface area of this rectangular prism. Okay, hopefully that kind of helps a little bit. Don't hesitate to email me if you have any questions. Bye for now.